Yep.
Oh, you are precious.
And people are always shocked about.
I know. I didn't want to do too much. Ooh, they're beautiful. This is. I love this. That there are still mysteries and, and things to study.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's what I find fascinating about animals too. Is I'm an animal lover in general, but just how much you don't know.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And to me, that's always a reason to respect. You guys put together this incredible new habitat. It's been open 7 months, and you mentioned, was it a 2-year process?
I would say
together?
Yes, it's a 2-year process that took a lot of different departments throughout the zoo and a lot of external partners, a bunch of different stakeholders come together to make this project a reality. And it really has turned out to be a substantial increase in welfare for our animals here. It was designed specifically for flamingos so that they could thrive, have choice, and increase their welfare.
And I love that. Now, you guys included
Now, when you hand raise a flamingo from the very beginning, they become imprinted. We call it resilient. They become resilient to people, scenarios, the environment, and different situations. And that is our ambassador bird's personality, that they will enjoy being with people, going on walks, doing tours, events. They're completely fine with all these things. In fact, they love it. You'll see when I open the door.
It's amazing. And that you guys do trips around the zoo.
We do.
That's so cute.
We do.
I love it.
So
People
we take them. Oh, they love it, because when you're a zoo visitor and you stumble upon an animal on the zoo pathway, that kind of blows your mind. You don't expect an animal to be walking along next to your children or your stroller. So people really enjoy it, and it's what we call this awe-inspiring moment, because we want people to not only learn and care about nature here at the zoo, but we also want them to come back and have this experience again. So it's important for our visitors as well as our animals. It's enrichment for them too, to get out and see different things.
It's been up close and personal.
Yeah. It's been really fun since we've moved to this side of the zoo. We're encountering, when I say we, I mean the flock and myself. We're encountering new animals. So we've seen grizzly bear, we've seen tigers, we've seen giraffes. Things that they would have never seen on the other side of the zoo. So it's enriching and stimulating for not just the flamingos, but also the other animals who are located nearby. So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you observe, you can observe that they have specific reactions.
Absolutely.
To different.
Absolutely. And when we take the flamingos on walks, we let them guide us on where they want to go. We never want to make them do anything that they don't want to do. So if they're kind of leery of the tiger area, then you don't have to go there, and we'll turn around. And so we just kind of follow them while they make the decisions on their pathway and just make sure they make good choices.
Instead of walking into
like danger or something bad.
And you probably see, you were mentioning earlier about their individual personalities.
Oh yeah.
Are some of them more daredevils?
Oh yeah, we've got
others?
the adventurous ones, the ones who have a strong personality, way too independent for their own good, really. And then there's the birds that are really reserved and shy and just kind of like to be nearby, but like at an arm's distance. And like I said, that's my job, to be able to learn those personality traits of these individuals and then make sure that they're comfortable and thriving every day.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So each morning when you come to see them, they probably each come up to you in their own way.
Yes, they recognize me for sure. People ask me all the time if they know their names. That's debatable, but they do know the sound of my voice. And so animals at the zoo are a product of routine, right? We try to do the same thing at the same time, so it creates this routine. So they know when it's time to walk. They know when the keeper is going to leave. They know when they're going to get fed. And that just creates a predictable pathway for their day, and that makes them more comfortable, especially flamingos.
It's not surprising. That works for me too.
Yeah, I know.
I always feel
Everybody
better
likes,
when I
right?
know what's coming.
Yeah,
you know?
for
It's
sure.
But like, how quickly do they start to show personality traits? Is it instant?
Yes, from almost days out of hatching out of the egg, you can tell. if they'll be more dominant. Because remember, flamingos like to be in big groups. So when we have babies in groups, there's the dominant one who's chasing off all the other ones. And there's the submissive one who just kind of is comfy in the corner. Or there's two that form like a little friendship from very early on and will like pair up. And these personality, they come out at a very young age. And I like to think of it as this nature versus nurture debate. They all have the same nurture, right? They all grew up in the same way, but we can't control their nature, so we cater to their individual personalities.
I love that you guys give them the freedom to develop as their nature dictates.
Absolutely.
And follow their instincts. It's such a great quality of what you guys do here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. We work really hard, and we're really proud of our work too. This is another aspect of this exhibit that makes it so wonderful, suited for flamingos, is that it gives these birds choice. So they can be inside, they can be outside, they can be in the deep pool, they can be in a shallow pool, even down to the flooring. We have different textures on the flooring to allow them to choose where they want to stand, like what feels good on your feet. So we provide the animals at the zoo with choice so that plays into their welfare. How well is an animal thriving at the zoo? And we can monitor that, we collect data on that, and we have a whole program that monitors thriving animals.
I was curious actually to hear about how you guys did develop the new habitat and what went into the planning process.
So it took several years. But what was most humbling for me is that the zoo and the leadership brought me in at an early stage of the development because they really valued my opinion as a representative for these birds. And so together we worked with a design and architect, and just like if you were building a building or a house, and we just walked through the different steps of what will work, what won't, what the birds would need, what they would hate, and we ended up with a really awesome product. And it was truly an effort of a lot of different departments across the zoo and also contractors that helped make this a reality.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's the fact you guys put so much effort into knowing the animal residents here at the zoo, but then also being so attuned to what, like you said, what they like. I love that you said what they hate too.
Yeah, I mean, that is a thing. That's absolutely a thing. The other day, I blew some bubbles. Like a little kid, you dip the stick and they just they couldn't fathom. Some of them hated it, and they ran away. But others were curious and poking at it. So you just try these different things, and then you learn which ones hate it and which ones like it.
Is that like
enrichment?
Enrichment.
Exactly. Exactly.
What kinds of other enrichment do you guys do for them?
Well, I'll tell you, we have a robust enrichment program for the flamingos, and we try all these different things. Most of it goes unnoticed. I'm going to be honest with you. Their favorite things are the simplest. You'll see when I open the door, if you turn a pool or a bucket or a tub upside down, they love to stand on a tub and be taller than their friends. And you'll see in here, that is their favorite thing. The other thing they love is a sprinkler, like running through the sprinkler. I put a sprinkler on the hose and they just stand under it.
Funny. Just remind I mean, this is true too, right? Of people is sometimes we buy these expensive toys. My kids always discard, the toy itself, and then the box, right?
Yes.
It's funny,
right?
That's that. My pup Gia too is the same way. She's like, I don't want the toy.
Yep. And then as people, we're my son or my kid or my flamingos, I really want them to love it, and then they don't. They're gonna love this, and then they don't. So that's okay too.
Hopefully you didn't break the bank on it, right?
Right. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to open the doors here. I'm going to place these bowls of treats on the floor. And then I have one more step to open this outside door, call the birds in, and we will see who joins us. They always enjoy this. So
your voice.
Yep, for
so
sure.
Neat.
So like I mentioned, these are more of our traditional flamingos, a little skittish and flighty. So I always knock on the door. Again, it's another thing that makes my behavior predictable. So if I knock on the door, they know that I'm going to open it, and then I don't scare anybody. All right.
This is very exciting.
This is one of
right.
the coolest experiences here.
All right. Hey, guys.
Where they, I mean, I didn't even know this was possible.
Knock, knock.
That you guys, I mean, I knew for you guys, you know, as caretakers, you know, that
Any animal, just let us know.
I would love to do all of it. I think the only, oh, look at them.
Come on. Stevie, babies, Amott.
They're so careful too about the way that they
All right.
step.
So the birds that just walking in are our ambassador birds.
Oh, they're beautiful. And they're tall.
They're tall, yes. Now, the Denver Zoo has 2 species of flamingos. You can see the crimson dark salmon birds are the American flamingo. And then the Chilean flamingos are lighter, kind of paler pink. And then you'll see the babies as they start to come in too, they're gray. They haven't got their full pink yet.
Oh, that's, and it's so cute. I love
They're adorable.
They really are.
This is Satriani. The baby is Divine. The Chilean there is Legend. This is Paige.
And we should mention that
Paige.
they're all named after musicians.
Correct.
Is it?
This is
Hi.
Legend.
Hey, Legend.
Yep.
I know. Hello.
And here comes our star of stars. This is Amott here. Oh, they hate each other.
Do they?
Yes.
This is their relationship.
This is their relationship, yes.
And they're named after musicians.
They're all named after
Everyone.
musicians, yes.
I love
this
that.
This is something that, just a fun, like, something that I started back in 2008, and it really has taken off. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It really took off. And we've just kind of kept the theme going, and now it's kind of just like hilarious.
This is so great.
Yep.
Do you base the names off of the personality?
Typically,
Or is it?
typically no. I mean, as
Hi.
best we can. So this is
Hello.
Legend. This
That
is
guy,
after
I don't want
John Legend.
guy. No, I know.
there's
Oh,
no-
you're right
no,
in my
here.
face. Huh?
Hey,
Hey,
girl.
they have these beautiful eyes too.
Yes.
Hi. I know. I wish I had something for you.
Goodness, girl.
I don't have any shrimp.
There you go.
Is it shrimp? Is it shrimp?
Yes. So this is actually krill in the bowl, very similar to shrimp. It's an invertebrate that has that pink.
I hope you
just
don't mind, like, feeding.
Hey.
I was curious actually about it. It's all right. You know, this is, I would expect that some get along and
goodness.
others don't. I know. We're just, I'll be the barrier.
Yes. Yes.
I'll just be the human shield. Hey. Oh, he's, he or
Yes,
she.
it's a male.
He's so social.
Yes, this is Legend.
Oh, what's okay to, is it okay?
Yeah,
to-
if you just want to put your hands out, and you could probably scratch his neck down at the bottom. Yeah.
Hi.
Yep.
Oh, you are
Isn't-
precious.
And people are always shocked about.
I know. I didn't want to do too much. Ooh, they're beautiful. Now, you said the Chilean ones are lighter.
Correct. Like
Is
this
it
pale pink.
paler, and is there? Do they eat the same diet?
They do.
But is it? I know. Is it because they're in the American have access to like a more concentrated?
It's more
Prey
so,
source, or-
it's based on their genetics. So these are 2 different species, and even though they eat the same type of food, the beta carotene pigment is absorbed biologically in a different way, and it's expressed as a different color. So this is how you can tell the different types of flamingos apart, by their color.
Is it split evenly between American and Chilean?
Meaning,
I'm
how many
sorry,
flock?
the flock, yes.
No, we have more Chileans than we have Americans, yes.
And you guys are doing incredible conservation work.
Yes, so kind of 2 parts for flamingos here. You got to meet Stevie, though. This is Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. I know several famous Stevies.
There could be Stevie Wonder. So Stevie Nicks is only 7 months old, and she's an American flamingo, like Amott here. So she's slowly getting into her pink color, but she is one of our most social birds, and she is obsessed with me. She really is.
Is she?
It's very
She's
endearing. Yes.
You're
Hi,
her
Stevie.
favorite.
Yes.
Oh gosh, how is the way of First of all, I
Well,
love
here, you-
this precious.
Yes,
beyond
please.
precious.
This
He's
is how
just
Amott likes to interact. If you
Hi.
just want to have your feet on the floor and kind of
Okay,
wide
I'll try to
stance,
do. Hey.
and then you can touch this bird. She really loves. Yes, there you go.
Oh, you are beyond. Oh my gosh. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky right now. Oh, you're so sweet. Look.
Not all of our flamingos
I
like to interact
know.
this way with people, but she really does. She's very rewarded by this
comfortable.
type of interaction.
Oh, and these are all ambassadors.
Correct.
Oh, this
Correct.
is great. And do you guys have a non-ambassador population that you guys
Yes,
have?
that's the flock that you
I
saw
know,
through
you
the
can
window
have-
when we originally walked in, and we refer to that as our breeding flock.
The
They would
breeding
rather be with each other than be around people, so we kind of just leave them to do their own flamingo thing.
I understand.
Yes.
It's like, what is the way they eat is so interesting.
Yes, very unique to flamingos. It's called filter feeding. And you've probably heard of like a baleen whale. They're filter feeders as well. These guys have a downward shaped bill. They eat upside down in the water, as Amott is showing us. They have these filter feeding structures that line their upper and lower beaks. It's called lamellae. And it is kind of looks like the teeth of a comb. What this does is allows them to separate the food from the water. So they suck in large mouthfuls of water, spit it out the sides, and trap the food within their mouth.
Oh, it's an incredible design.
It is an incredible design, and they have many adaptations for this feeding strategy. It's what has made them so prolific in the wild for literally millions of years.
Incredible. So the evolution they've been this way for millions of years.
Yes.
That's
Unchanged,
incredible.
yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God, they're so talkative.
They are.
Do you expect them all to? I see one who's super tall.
Yes.
Do you expect them all to get to be the same height?
No, so just like people, yes.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, there, she loves you.
Hello. I know you are a doll.
She is.
Oh my
She
gosh.
really is.
Hi. Oh, I know you probably smell my pup. So,
She doesn't
do they have
care.
a good sense of smell?
They actually don't. Birds have a really reduced sense of smell. They have increased vision, which really is their strongest sense.
That's
is vision.
to see. I watched. I was thinking about what I watched Planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite, and I had seen a clip about them standing in a very acidic
Yes.
lake.
Yes.
Is that
100% accurate.
is accurate?
Yes. So there's
Amazing.
6 different species of flamingo found around the world. Their food is found in very acidic water.
Interesting.
Paige.
This might be the one. Paige.
Paige.
Oh,
Yes, this is Paige.
hey. I know. Do you want some attention? Oh, they're amazing. So,
I know. It's totally showing off. Look at her.
wow. Look at that with the neck too.
Yep.
You could reach any inch
Yep.
and not have to. You know, look at that.
Pretty.
They are beautiful. Oh my. So their legs are resistant to acidic.
Correct. So birds, evolutionarily, birds are closely related to reptiles, and reptiles have scales. The bird's legs are, and this is all birds, they're covered in scales, which is a really hard keratin outer protection, way more durable than our skin. So they can stand in these acidic waters. In fact, I've seen flamingos in the wild in East Africa, in Kenya, and they're standing in boiling water, like geyser, geothermal boiling water, and they're just chilling in this boiling.
That's amazing.
Yes. Yep. So they're very, very resilient to their environment. Very caustic environment that they live in.
Amazing. It probably guarantees against predators,
Exactly.
right?
It's the number one benefit to this habitat that they live in is that many predators don't venture into this high pH, high salinity environment, and their habitat alone really provides them protection.
Oh, I love that. It's incredible, these adaptations. So with their beaks and their legs, and are they migratory?
They are not traditionally migratory like a goose will migrate north to south. They are what we call semi-nomadic. So
I know.
they're nomadic within their range. They can't go further than the food source, right? Because it's such a specific food that they eat. So they travel within their habitat as long as there's food availability, but they usually end up traveling back and forth and hopping around based on food ability. And that's something that even biologists studying flamingos in the wild can't fully understand. How are flamingos at one lake talking to other flamingos at a different lake? Like, is one of them flying and, hey, come this way? Or are they just searching? I mean, flock dynamics and their social structure is something that is so big and deep that we can't even...
Complexity.
Yes.
This is, I love this, that there are still mysteries and, and things to study.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's what I find fascinating about animals too. Is I'm an animal lover in general, but just how much you don't know.
Right. Oh,
and,
absolutely.
And to me, that's always a reason to respect.
Absolutely.
Too, if you don't know how they feel or what they're expressing. Although I love that it's almost like interpretation and translation.
Yep. I believe is at the root of my job. Is they can't speak, they don't speak English, but they speak flamingo, right? So it's my job to interpret what they're saying and then provide them with their needs. And I've worked with this flock for almost 18 years, and there's always something new to learn. You can never max out on knowledge and curiosity at this job.
Has it been... how big was the flock when you started?
So 18 years ago, it was probably, I'm going to say 38, 45 birds. So it's grown substantially since I've been here.
Amazing.
Yes.
And how long is their lifespan typically?
That is an excellent question. People are always shocked by this answer. They can live easily into their 50s, 60s. Yes. Yeah,
I always am amazed. I think I had... seen a documentary about albatross, and I was shocked at the age
the longevity,
of the longevity too.
Yes.
So 50. So many of these are the same that you started working with.
Oh yes. In fact, they've been at Denver Zoo longer than I've been alive. Yes. So our oldest flock member, his name is Freddie Mercury, and he's 54. 54.
54 years old. Oh. He outdoes me too.
Yes, he's seen a lot here at Denver Zoo.
Oh, he's so experienced. Yep. Oh my! Does he get additional respect because of his age?
Oh, absolutely. And he's one of our tallest birds as well, so he's got a lot going for him.
Oh, yes. I love that.
Yep.
And
where are you going? Where are you going?
They're so cute. I love it.
Yes.
How comfortable they are.
Yeah, Amott is truly our biggest flock star. She is always willing to come into the office, even if there's not treats on the floor. I'll be sitting at my desk, typing on the computer, and she will just tap on the desk like, I'm here. Pay attention to me. Yeah.
To get attention.
Yes.
Is this in your office?
Yeah, so this desk here, flops down and it becomes a computer.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
To get your attention.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's incredible. What so you guys have a breeding flock, you
Correct.
mentioned.
Yep.
The non-ambassadors.
Correct.
So you're engaged in conservation work.
Yes. So it's kind of twofold. We partner with organizations and locals in the Peruvian area, and we provide support and data research for census, meaning we help the locals engage in flock counts. Let's start by seeing how many flamingos are in the area of Peru, and we can better assess their numbers in the wild. So we work closely with partners in Peru and provide support that way. And then also we have our own breeding program here at Denver Zoo.
Are they doing well in the wild?
what do you call not threatened? Near and threatened, yes, least concern, thank you. The American flamingos are least concern, but the Chilean flamingos are near threatened. And a lot of what happens, and specifically in a lot of underdeveloped countries, is altering of a landscape for mining or oil or wastewater plants or something that is disturbing the habitats. And when you change the salinity or the pH of the water, then it decreases their food. They can't find the food, or they don't have good breeding habitats, and we'll start to see population declines because of.
And for context, so we like kind of the gold standard is the IUCN, International Union for the Conservation of Nature, and they have what's called their red list. So you can actually plug in any species and it'll tell you, so it's a scale from least concern up to extinct in the wild.
Yes.
And 4 or 5 categories in between that. So that's kind of what we use to classify all the animals and conservation status.
I actually love visiting the IUCN, although as a non-scientist, I have to admit, sometimes I read and I say, I'm not sure entirely what I think I was looking up tigers once, and they were mentioning that the populations were concentrated in just 3 areas, possibly, but it's just so sweet. It's just unbelievable. So the Chilean population, we deal with here in Colorado too, with habitat loss and fragmentation. Is it, you mentioned oil drilling and things that would change the acidity of the, and the krill, you said, so the krill only live in acidic water.
Correct.
And they're creatures of routine.
Correct.
So they have to they want to go back to the same places
to find
to
their
feed.
food. And if that habitat becomes unreliable, this is Legend again. He really likes you.
Hi.
Don't worry about
I like legends. I like you.
I think he likes you.
Hi. I love it. Well, my son. Whenever this is very different with, cats we come across sometimes, and he always says, why do they come up? I'm going to put my hand here so I don't bother you. Why do they come up? And I said, I think animals have a sense, don't they?
Absolutely. I feel like they can read people's energy, right? Yes.
I know. John Legend, right?
John Legend, yes.
Hey, my hand's not krill. But you're welcome to nibble on it if you want.
Feel free, when you post it, feel free to tag the artist in your social posts. We always try
so
to.
Happy.
I think Lance Bass he's gotten involved on social media with us a couple of times.
Really, they responded. I would be honored if I was an artist. He's so funny. He's playful. Oh my gosh. So is there on the beak, is it hollow through part of it? Is that how they get water out of?
Yes, so if he's getting to be too much, we can encourage him to go a different way.
I will leave it to you guys to tell me whether or not it's turned into playing into an all-out attack. Which I wouldn't blame. I never blame animals from, I'm in your area. I know.
Good.
Me too. It's American versus Chilean,
yes, exactly. They really just.
Like a World Cup.
It is. It's a turf war. I know. I'm in your space. I know. I only be for a little while, not to bother. Are their eyes the same? I saw.
Yes. Between the species?
Between the species.
Yeah. So both of these guys are adults, and they have yellow rings on the outside. But the juveniles, they have black eyes. So a yellow eye ring is an indicator of being an adult.
That's it. And how far can they see? You meant.
Oh, their eyesight is superb. There's a cool, David Attenborough, right?
I love David.
He does.
I think everyone does, right?
Absolutely. He does an amazing mock-up of what birds can see. You could probably Google it because it really is cool. They can see way further into the UV spectrum than humans can. So they can see these violet, neon and iridescent colors that we can't even fathom.
Amazing.
Yes.
So we're always thinking humans have a range of visible colors, but birds see more.
Even deeper into
we
the
can't
spectrum.
even imagine,
No.
I bet.
No.
How can people help support more research and become aware of the need to continue conserving? Just by coming to visit the zoo. That's an easy way,
So,
right?
Yes. When our community members visit the zoo, it helps support our programming, both internal programming here at the zoo and our conservation efforts worldwide.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
This is so great. I love that you guys have such a robust program. And hi.
This is Amott again.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
I was
yes.
wondering. Hi. Can I say hello?
Yes, you can. She loves it. She's such a show-off.
You guys put together this incredible new habitat. It's been open 7 months. And you mentioned, was it a 2-year process?
I would
putting
say,
together?
yes, it's a 2-year process that took a lot of different departments throughout the zoo and a lot of external partners, a bunch of different stakeholders come together to make this project a reality. And it really has turned out to be a substantial increase in welfare for our animals here. It was designed specifically for flamingos so that they could thrive, have choice, and increase their welfare.
And I love that. Now, you guys included aspects.
Legend again.
Legend, are you here to chew my hand? You had mentioned adding different features that the flamingos appreciate. What a compliment.
They just wanted to.
It's such a compliment. I know, I know. Do you want to say hi? I know. Can I say hi? Hi.
She really likes you.
Who knows? What is the reason?
I have
it just
no
could
idea.
be anything.
It could be anything.
It's your energy.
Maybe
Yep.
is it? Yeah. Well, I like you. I like you just as much. So what are some of the features that you guys included in the new habitat that you didn't have before?
Yep. So my favorite feature that the flock seems to be enjoying the most is this indoor-outdoor access. So our indoor building is directly attached to their outdoor exhibit. And so the birds can be outdoors and exhibited almost year-round on nice days. To make sure that even in the snow or even in Denver cold days, we have heated the pool to 65 degrees for them. So they're living, yes, they're living their best lives right now.
And people can see them.
People can see them, yes. We have texturized the floor that provides the flamingos additional choice, even down to the texture of different aspects of the floor where flamingos can choose where they're most comfortable. And this increases their foot health and foot care.
Oh, that's so interesting. So they have different needs or different
Absolutely.
desires and likes and dislikes.
Because flamingos stand basically 24/7, we want to provide them with different textures to alleviate any sores or discomfort that they might be experiencing.
That develops.
Yes, that develops.
I can't even imagine
Yes.
standing for 24 hours.
Yes.
Is that why they sometimes stand on one foot, is to relieve pressure?
So this is a fun question that I get. The leading thought of why flamingos stand on one leg is to alleviate the weight. If you're standing for long periods of time, even we as humans, we shift our weight to one hip and then shift it back. So that is one theory on why flamingos might do this. Stevie, come on, Stevie.
Do the numbers correspond to when they join the flock?
They do. So the bands on their legs tell us a lot of information about the individuals, because remember, flamingos love to live in big flocks, but we like to manage them as individuals because they're all so very different. So each bird has a unique color and number combination. So Amott here is green 38. She's the only green 38 in our flock. So that tells us who she is.
Such a sweetheart.
Additionally, the leg that the bird wears the band tells us their sex. So Amott is a female, so she wears her band on the left leg. Males are banded on the right leg.
Oh, it's so much information
Yes.
that you guys keep in mind.
Yes, and then the color coordinates to the year that they hatched.
Oh, I love this. So you mentioned Freddie is 54.
Correct.
What are the other age ranges? The next oldest?
So there's Freddie right there, actually standing on that grass mat. And he just turned
of
around,
course.
yellow 22. There he goes. That was his cameo.
Unbelievable. He is tall.
He's beautiful, and
he's gorgeous.
yes, he's doing really, really well for 54. Yep.
How much do they weigh? That was what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
So birds, they have the unique adaptation for flight. So anything that gets into the air usually has to be pretty lightweight. So birds, even the larger birds, they only weigh maybe 8 pounds.
Really?
Which is not much. I mean, that's
Wow.
lighter than this bowl of water, probably.
It has, yes. 8 pounds.
Yep.
Unbelievable
Birds
to
have-
be so tall.
Yes, to be so tall and have such a large wingspan, they're very aerodynamic, and they have a lot of adaptations for being lightweight.
Oh, amazing. How, I had a question too about the chicks.
Yes.
So, how soon are they ready to take wing and fly?
So when flamingo chicks are growing, they usually start flying at about 100 days, 3 months.
3 months.
It's about 3 months of age.
They're ready so fast.
Yes, it happens very fast. Baby birds, they grow so quickly.
And they're big.
And they're big, yes.
I was thinking of that also from Planet Earth. Whenever I see the chicks are always as big as the adults, it almost
Yes,
looks like.
they grow super fast.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Do they, I guess one last question.
Absolutely.
Do they molt?
They do.
Or they-
So all birds, it's a self-maintenance thing where they drop their feathers, not all at once, but individual feathers, and then they regrow. And it's just a process of keeping tidy, keeping clean. It's birds have a great self-care routine. Yeah, excellent self-care.
As demonstrated.
Yes, busy, always busy with making sure they're clean, things are in order, preening their feathers, and then they do molt and grow those new feathers in every year.
And they look it, they're so elegant.
They are, and they know it
beautiful.
too. They
do.
They know
That
it.
was the showing off, right? So, here are my wings.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Well, what a
Yeah.
pleasure for me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, the pleasure's mine.
This
You're
is
welcome
such a
back anytime.
I have to say this is such a treat for
Well,
me.
good. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I can tell.
As a kid, I know I'm a big animal lover and a fan, and I was always on the other side of the, looking in from the
Yes.
outside. So this has been just an absolute treat
Well,
to
good.
be able.
I'm glad.
Well, and Coloradans get to learn about the amazing work you guys are doing. That is the key.
Yeah.